Benny, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
this film. Like, it's been everywhere, which I think as a director and writer, you can only dream of that, right?
It was wild because I walked out. I'm like, oh my God, they're really, which is nice. You know, they're putting a lot behind it, which is exciting.
They are, and you've got a great cast and everything. I'm curious, what has it meant to you to see how much it has meant to Dwayne to get to do something like this?
Well, that's the thing from the beginning we were really like locked, you know, arm in arm and shoulder to shoulder. It was something that I think we realized we had to do together. You know, that like there was an aspect of Mark's story that I found very inspiring, and I knew the aspect of the story that Dwayne found inspiring, and we just wanted to explore that and really get into it. And I said, I want this to feel as real as possible. I want it to feel like you are living the world through the eyes of another human being. And that meant Dwayne had to become another person, which is a lot to ask. And he did it. That's the thing is I watch it and I'm like, this is really special. And a lot of the time, it's like, how can a movie be because it's like, it's interesting. I'm always trying to explore things with movies and do new things with each new project. And acting wise, it's like if you look at the things I've done, there's a lot of different people in there, you know. And so filmmaking wise, I want to explore new territories and different ideas. And here it was like, okay, well, how can I really put you inside the brain of another person? And so that meant sound, music, the way I shot it. You know, there were a lot of things that came into it. And then the performances had to have a certain level of realism to it that was different. You know, I'm always trying to get at real performances, but I'm like, how do you capture that ineffable thing that is like us talking? As if these weren't even here, you know? So
well, you did it. You did it.
Thank you.
I'm curious though, how did you decide on that period of Mark's life? Because we don't get to see, you know, his family background. We don't know how him and Dawn got together. Like it's concentrated on that period of time.
So there's a documentary that was made on Mark's life that I really loved, and I wanted to. It's funny. I wanted to bring that to life in a way, even though it exists. You know. There's a certain, and I made a documentary with Josh called Lenny Cook, and that was also the similar time period. So there's something about this kind of mini DV era that I feel in my bones, and it's inside of me, and sports too. So I wanted to, and I've always wanted to explore, like, because part of me was like, oh, I wish I was there to see this and experience it. Like, well, I could recreate this place.
I mean, you did it so, like, that cinematography, like, the way you felt like you're watching that VHS to begin with. I'm curious, though, were you nervous about taking that 16mm and putting it on, like, IMAX? Because
that's the thing it was insane. And they originally, like, it's impossible. You can't do it. And I met with them, and we did it. But then we also had Maceo, Bishop, and we figured out, okay, you can't overexpose. You can't underexpose. You have to nail the exposure perfectly because 16mm is not very forgiving. And so we knew we had to nail the exposure, and also we knew that, like, when our handheld shots, which there are a lot of them, we needed to pull back on our lenses. We had to have certain lenses for those things, and because we didn't want it to be like, you know, like we wanted you to be able to watch it in the theater without losing. And I could get carried away with that kind of thing sometimes. But here we were very aware of that, but I did think there was something about feeling the presence of a camera in the room, you know, that just let people know, oh, somebody's in there too. And maybe the people aren't aware of it. Maybe sometimes they are. Like when Dwayne's in the elevator, he feels the presence of somebody, and he turns around, and then you see his back, and it's playing with that idea a lot, you know.
So fascinating. Do you think that their real life friendship also played a huge part in making this film what it is?
Dwayne and Emily? Yes, because I wanted to show a relationship that it was in real life, you know? That, like, there's toxic relationships, that if you've been involved in one or had arguments similar to some of these in the movie, you know, when they really hurt is when you could tell the people care about each other. And Dwayne and Emily really root for one another, and they care about each other. They have a deep friendship. And so I knew that they'd be able to say things to each other on screen, and you'd see the regret behind their eyes. Yeah. And that was very important, you know, because I wanted to show that not like a normal movie relationship, and it's true, like Mark is selfish, Dawn is selfish, and they both do things that make you upset. Yeah. But they're both at fault, you know. Yes, she went all the way to Japan. Maybe she's picking the wrong time to do it, but say hello, you know, like that kind of thing. And I think that their friendship really did play a lot in it, which is interesting because, like, you would normally think that, oh, they'd have to hate each other to play something. No, it's you have to love each other for that kind of thing.
And Mark's okay with you calling him selfish, right?
He said that in an interview. He said, what I was doing in life was uniquely selfish. And that's something that's really special about Mark, is he has such a kind of unbelievable ability to look back at his life and feel regretful and feel upset about things he did and say, I'm sorry, full stop. And that kind of ability to come up with a new perspective on life was really profound for me, and I wanted to show that in the movie. Somebody who realizes, I can change. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm going to come to a new conclusion, and I'm going to have a new point of view on life, you know.
Wow. You managed to bring it across. Great.
Oh, thank you.
You really have. And I'm looking forward to Lizard music, because obviously we've
got yes, with Dwayne.
That, right? Another duo.
Yes, yeah. and I said specifically I wanted to do the same thing that we do in Smashing for, like, families, you know.
Perfect. Well, I can't wait for that. Lovely
Thank you so much. Yes, you as well. Care.